Sheila Porter, a science teacher and founder of SciFest. SciFest's aim is to encourage a love of science and to provide a platform for local and national students to present their scientific investigations and research. So we were interested to know what her thoughts were on the new science curriculum and asked her what her wish list would be.
My wish list would be that teachers could enjoy the same pleasure and excitement as I always had as a science teacher. I was very involved in project work before I started SciFest, and I felt it was such a brilliant way for the students to learn. They take on ownership of this project. It was something they thought of themselves, and they get so excited about it and so proud of it when they had finished the project. Like, there's no better way for a student to learn than to do something that's applicable to real life and that they enjoy doing, instead of just learning it out of the book.
And can the two lie happily side by side?
Oh, I think the two are necessary, because I mean, if they're going out to investigate something, they need to really do some research and to look up books and websites beforehand, and they need to learn. But it's a different way of learning.
It's up to students and teachers themselves whether they want to enter something like SciFest or Young Scientists. If this was part of the curriculum, do you think that would be helped?
It would really, but I would like to still keep the same element of that the student pick their own topic and that there's still an excitement about it. Like something like SciFest or BT, they work not only in the classroom but also outside the classroom. So there's, as I said, an element of ownership on it, and also you see they're learning all the 21st century skills like problem solving, collaboration. They work together, they present their projects. You know, so I think it's going to be difficult in a way to keep it within the classroom, take it outside, and to support this project-based learning.
Now, some of that comes down to their own choice. Again, something SciFest has shown that seems to work very well. The students themselves have a high degree of their own choice in subjects instead of going by what is strictly on the curriculum. The problem, though, with this is if the curriculum becomes very strict, the students will find it difficult to relate to or pick up a subject that's of personal interest for them.
Well, I suppose what we are working, that's why we're making changes. We're working towards this, that the student can have more freedom to pick what they want to do. And that's the whole idea, is that they will be doing topics that they enjoy.
What they themselves want to do.
And you see, they take it home then and they share it at home, so it becomes it's a whole collaboration.
And family gets involved.
Family gets involved, yeah.
Going back to the success of SciFest, this grew out of your own personal commitment to advancing this type of approach. And something you mentioned was the amount of students that would like to get involved in something like Young Scientist competition, and that your feeling was that there was room for more.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's running now for 7 years and it's increased by about 25% each year. So we have, last year it was 5,300 involved, and next year it's going to be over 6,000 this year in 2014.
And this also brought an event like this out into the regions all over the country.
It runs at school level, and then the schools run their own science fairs, and then it runs at regional level. There's 15 regional venues, and then there's a finals in Dublin, and the best project for that goes out to America, so it's local, regional, national and international.
A lot of people are in favour, or like yourself, are very committed to this approach. But what is the evidence to show that students benefit from this approach, and in what way?
Well, there has been a lot of research done in America, and it has shown that they are more interested in science. And you see, there's this, particularly in the physical scientists, I think there's a block that they think they're too difficult, and when they do something like this, they learn that they really can do it. See, it's not only even the STEM subjects, it's also building in their confidence and their ability to present the projects.
So, in other words, this results in students who study science becoming better scientists because they become more confident with material and lose the fear that something may be, say, difficult.
And you see, when they're doing, say, like SciFest, they go into the regional venues which are held in the Institutes of Technology. So they meet lecturers and they get an opportunity to go into the IT and to talk to people. And sometimes their lecturer will encourage them by bringing them to their lab afterwards and helping them. So it's just all about collaborating and supporting and all working together.